Yeah, I know, we are hanging tight a bit, Khaki. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to play this like Spore. I'm playing too much Spore recently. God, those runs earlier were just ass. Can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. We left after the Dragon Rider. Got our fat rolling. We just need our Great Shield, which apparently you transmute stuff from souls in this game. Zarg, fill me in when we get to transmute our souls into useful shit. Monastery Charm. Yeah, it's a bit too early. It's got its cheese, but okay, not sure where the Monastery Charm is, but okay. Bastille, you need a fragrant branch. I thought we had one. Well, I guess we need to buy one. Alright. Yeah, we had one before, but I unpetrified a dude in front of a door who just turned out to be a zombie. So I realized I'm carrying an unusual amount of souls. Oh, for half a second I thought it was a mimic. Sublime Bone Dust. Burn it in Bonfire, okay. DS3 mechanically is one of my favorite out of the Dark Souls games. It just kind of lacks memorability. It's really fun to play over and over again, but it's just boring. It's just, like, not very memorable. I should find a bonfire soon. Oh. Oh! I'm assuming we need another branch to free him. You know how to say cop in Spanish, because that's basically what Paul Blart looks like right now. We'll get some more branches from that lady and level up as well. area is 100% optional. Let's first get the transmutation stuff so we can, buy the torch. What the heck is the torch even for? What does the Ruin Sentinel give us before we start eating? Heavy homing soul arrow? Lame. Consume. Dragon Rider? Consume. Just up the brightness. That's how I've been kind of going through it. So hold on. Not sure why it's like letterbox like that. Hold on, let me try game capture for it instead. Oh, letterbox is because of the resolution. Okay, we can game capture it like that. Okay, let's go into the Bastille also. Okay, hold on. Oh, I need a fuck ton of strength. I'm going to wield a great shield. Hold on. Snort the skeleton. So where is this bruh? This petrifying bruh. It's past the sentinels. Oh, no, I can't turn around. Okay, never mind then. we can walk through normally. Not that bad. Plus, I don't want to lower my health. Owned. You know what it reminds me? In my server, I've been just like posting 2 a.m. like random ancient videos that I used to watch a lot as a kid. Who remembers when the word pwned was regularly used? You got pwned, bro, XD. Oh, that was a mummy. Now where's the stone mofo? Oh hey, maybe he's past here. Okay, there's the Bastille key. Oh, nice try, bro. Ain't gonna outsmart the Blart. Okay, I guess I'll explore while waiting. Oh, that's a mummy. Yeah, I'm just gonna explore anyways. Skeleton? Yeah, I remember. I haven't forgotten the mummies. Hey, an ore. Another hidden wall in there. I thought as much, but just didn't know where. Ah, there we are. I'm pursuing! Ah, we almost got him again. We have 3 more torches. That seems like that would be in a fucking Paul Blart movie. Paul Blart falls off of a building and dies. I'm getting all these torches. I can't use them. I broke something. Oh god, now we're green Blart. Where the fuck did the torch go? Did I break something? Ow. I did not... Jumps far. Ow, that shield bash knocks out all my stamina. I was trying Zarg. Now right now I'm just gonna keep dying to this pursuer. Oh, you gotta wait for it. If you put the torch in your pants, and then it goes out. Ow. Nice job, bro. Didn't realize all these barrels fucking exploded. Why did you do that? Oh. Large club. And we also just bought that little keystone piece, so... Or lockstone. Feed him. No free Luna. Is this where the... This is where the 20 gargoyles are. It locked me out. Oh. I'm taking no risk, bro. There's a fucking munchkin. Does it automatically summon an invader here or something? Completely unprepared for that. Could you let me unload? Game? Game? Okay. Glad it made me sit there for like half a minute. It's an invasion area. Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. Bad netcode and a Soulsborne? Anyways, let's go find this dude, free him, so we can get and like know how much strength we need to go to Great Shield. And after we get all the strength we need, we're gonna go straight into stamina. Ow, I missed horribly. Oh. Oh, this just takes me back here. Look, again, the ending of the game is you just sit on the world's last chair, so... Skeptic Spice? Also, I know this. Fit perfectly in that. Yeah, I don't need to light up the area because I can... Yow! That got hurt. Yeah, the brightness is high enough to the point where I don't even need a fucking torch. Bone staff. Lowers required faith by 1 for a chosen spell, huh? Carrying dagger. A nerd's choice. Twin blade. That sounds like a nerd's choice, not gonna lie. Pointless ahead. Oh, that takes me back to the very start. Twin blade is a weapon that carried DSP through the game, so yes. I thought so. Look, if something's named the Twin Blade, it's obviously like invented by a 14-year-old, and it's definitely overpowered. Okay, not really, but you get what I'm fucking saying. I got no Lockstone. I'm actually not too disappointed by the idea of using like consumables to open up the area. Like the Lockstone alone seems like a good idea, just a good idea to have like all these scattered things. So when you get more Lockstones, you can go back and explore whenever you feel like. Like some Metroid stuff. Oh god. That's a fucking cheap trick. That is fucking maniacal, man. That is not cool. Look, if you're caring about the story in Dark Souls too much, you're caring about the wrong thing. Keep moving, skeleton. See, Miyazaki even admitted part of that inspired Dark Souls is masochism, so he probably wants to hurt the people who want to try and follow a coherent story as well. Oh, there's 2 dogs. Okay, that was close. Okay, you can just destroy those towers. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, you know I'm teasing, though. I hope we can at least agree that it's one of the worst delivered stories in all video game history. If you want to find out the deeper lore, look at fucking item descriptions, bro. I mentioned this before when streaming Demon Souls. I just like learning about the world through like little text blurbs and actually talking to the people there to learn more about everything instead of just having to look at fucking item descriptions. I mean, reading is something you choose to do, too. I know he's still pursuing. putting him in the item description is just like, it's just so asinine, man. Lore tidbits should be hidden in, like... Yeah, I know that. But, like, little lore and interesting tidbits about the world should be at least in places you could reasonably expect them. An item description, it just defies all logic, being like, oh, your character already knows and describes this fucking object to you and the history of it, just by looking at this fucking object. Instead of, like, you know... talking to the princess about what's happened to the tower and about the old man in the not Ivory Tower, in the Tower of Latria. Open that door? Open what door? Oh, that door. Or I'm lost. Sorry. This door. I'm opening. Oh wait, hey there.
So, right now,
Sure.
you've got to give me stuff.
Probably just keeping this thing raw would be best, like, just regular. Yeah, if one of these is a mimic, I will be livid. Let's see. There we go. Now our staff is nice and fucking chunky. Yeah, you either throw the charm at it, or you hit it. And now we still gotta find this prisoner, dude. Oh, this takes us right back to the start. Okay. Neat. I always have a a soft spot for shortcuts, which is like, oh, you open the gate to the front of the castle, now you can go in easy. I don't know why I like them so much, I just think it's neat. How the fuck did somebody get an angle on me? Here's another. I have a feeling he's in one of these cells, maybe. Oh, hey. He's back in that tower. Let's bring this elevator up. So I want that great shield, and I just want to know how much strength I need to wield it. We also need to get the burden load up for it as well. So I was wondering what that, like, dragon breath shit was. Scholar of the First Sin. This way, then we go into the wage cage. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm going to my wage cage. See you later, nerd! I'm not sure why... Oh, hey, there's a boss down there, too. I hope that's him. Okay, we need 38 strength to wield it.
Lauren, why didn't it? Rang? Is that very the curse of the people? Some in the soul. Once people, they seized anyone, whoever posed even this. They even turned them. Many kingdoms rose and fell. Anything with it. It is, and it is. Iron and shield, the whip bar, what? Long enough, but why didn't anyone wake me?
Oh, he stays here forever? Okay. I think there's a boss down there anyways, so... You can go do that. Nice try trying to trick me, bro. Like I said, can't outsmart the Blart. Oh wow, that's a lot of life gems. Sinners rise. Water boogaloo. That was a lot of gargoyles. Get fucked. Oh, balls. What the fuck is that? He fears the stairs. He knows he knows I have the high ground. I like how all the pools of blood appear after you kill the mini-boss. That's just fucking cheap as well. And so far, at least most of the really cheap shit so far is like, I'm not sure if it's by luck or by intentional design, but I've at least been catching it beforehand before it could really get me. Yeah, I don't want to touch the water anymore. I fucking hate water. Now, this looks like a boss arena. And this looks like a place where somebody would put a bonfire. Smooth and silky stone. Yeah, I'm gonna clean out every crevice before walking into that boss. Give me my slop. Okay, let's hurry on back then. Oh, the flame! Oh! Oh, you meant for those rooms. Okay. Oh, that's not slop, that's oil. Oh. Oh, okay, I get it now. I thought that was like... thought that was like slop for prisoners to eat. The fucking, the pig tro, the wagey tro. Oh no. This is the final boss of what all corporations want us. This is the ultimate wagey. See, Target and like Walmart want to put bugs in your eyes, so then they can control you as giant muscle-bound, the bed of chaos, but... I'm actually curious, how does the flames make this fight easier? Oh, lock on, okay. So mechanically, it fucks up the fight. Yeet. Great soul embraced. Wow, that is a pretty great amount of souls, I will say that. Elizabeth Mushroom? For the Lost Sinner's Sword. That's not a lance. Hello, hello? Okay, yeah, we lit a primal bonfire, whatever that means. Oh. Guess it brapped on us. You have acquired a soul of an old one. Just eat it in front of her face. .38 strength to wield that. So we are 8 levels away from wielding that. Then we also need to get our, oh yeah, our endurance is increasing that load. Can't remember where I see my equip load. Oh. Oh, bottom left. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Okay. By the way, reloading chat. Can y'all hear me at all? Somebody say something if you can hear me, or you're getting a broadcast, please. Hello, hello? Anyone still in chat? Well, shit. Okay, there we go. I want to try this optional area since we're here too. It'd be good for souls while we're here. Or... I think this is where the optional area is. No Man's Wharf, the optional area. Either way, I'm going because pirates are cool. Way too long. Well, I'll be the judge of that. As long as we get a bunch of souls out of this, we'll be good. Blart has zero tolerance for mall pirates. It's our duty as a mall cop to stop these pirates from downloading movies illegally, and they could be getting them from our red boxes. I wonder where these conquistadors all fit into the Dark Souls universe. I wonder what America looks like in the Dark Souls universe. Fucking maybe that's what Elden Ring is, and you have to fight off like hordes of fucking Aztecs. You know, that's actually one aesthetic that is not utilized enough. The aesthetic of like ancient Native Americans, like Mayans or Incan aesthetics, and just games and just in general. Like the last thing I know that I can't like. Oh yeah, Inca was the Emperor's New Groove, and you had what was it for Road to El Dorado? I can't remember if that was Aztec or what. I haven't seen Road to El Dorado in a long time, and I really mean to see it again. The thing is, maybe it took inspiration from Incans, because like Incans are usually what I see more that these all take inspiration from.
I thought the longer a wretch, what could... this is cause. Our land, there is my... with...
Okay, let's put it, to be totally blunt, the Pillarmen are not fucking inspired by Aztecs. They are inspired by, like, they are fucking... They may say they have their origins with the Aztecs, but fucking they look like man-hunks of meat. The best way to describe them, man-hunks of meat. They have as much to do as Aztecs as, I don't know. It is still a funny meme, and we do know that they did, like, originate, they were, like, objects of worship from the Aztecs, but that's like a footnote. I'm talking about, like, total focus of aesthetic, or, like, just totally taking place in. Because I do actually really have a soft spot for just Incan architecture in general. Just from, like, their terraces and how they manage to, like, build these, like, all these farms and their entire civilization basically on a mountain. Which led to a very unique, there's a very distinct style in their architecture. Like, usually, I know people think, like, to Machu Picchu. It's like, fucking, Machu Picchu is, like, still a ruins of what it formerly was, and that thing place is still pretty fucking incredible just to look at. And I don't even mean it as, like, a cultural appropriation. I do genuinely think, like, the ancient native empires of fucking America had genuinely a wicked fucking cool aesthetic when they were, well, imperial. It's not appropriation where you're saying, this is cool, I want to borrow some elements of it. It's called appreciation. Yeah, like, it wasn't just that, it was, like, not only that, but I mentioned before that one of the defining features of them compared to other South American empires, and just Mesoamerican empires, was that everything was, like, interconnected by a very good road system, despite the fact that they didn't have access to wheels. Oh, we got ambushed. So it wasn't just like building their civilization on a fucking on a mountain. Like they just built their cities on mountains and interconnected the rest of their fucking mountain cities with them. There is something extremely admirable about that. Even doing, like, imagine doing all of that without a wheel, man. Well, I'm actually not sure if they didn't have the wheel. You know, let me actually Google that. Did the Incans use wheels? Yeah, they apparently knew about the wheel, but they never practically used it, according to, let's see, they were very advanced in, yeah, they knew about the wheel, but never really properly used it. Yeah, there is, like, every fucking civilization has something, like, almost amazing to offer. I mean, then you can insert your haha Africa joke right here, but you gotta give credit to the African nations about, like, how they managed to fucking survive. Ow! Ow! Well then. About how, well, I was saying, how impossibly barren Africa kind of is, and how amazing it must have been to, like, set up fucking camp there. And yeah, you've even still got, like, North African, like, civilizations. Like, you got Morocco. Egypt technically falls with that, even though is technically more Middle Eastern if you want to get into, like, the specifics of it. What I'm saying is every civilization has something, like, unique to offer, and they should all be treated, like, equally. Now, we're talking about fucking third world countries, that's like... It's a different debate, but to be honest, that is mostly, like, colonialists' fault that everything went to shit. Completely disrupted their, like, normal order, and it's like, okay, here's a new, more democratic order, please follow it. And they said no. Decolonizing this wharf. I can't remember if, like, the Aztecs built what they did without using wheels either, because I know, like, just in a broad sense, several natives, like just natives to, America, Mesoamerica, and South America, didn't really have much reason to use the wheel, because they didn't have domesticated, cart animals, like, cattle or, horses. So, they knew about the wheel, but just didn't use it. Because there's, like, no effective way to use it. It'd even say wheelbarrow, but it's like... I'm pretty sure wheels were first used for carts. Then everything went there. It wasn't even fucked. Like, it's not even fucked. It's just interesting how they developed differently, like, without horse or, without horses, or just, like, what Europe started out with. Handcarts are a thing, but... You know, I think it's fair to assume that they probably did use handcarts, but just, like, you know... Handcarts versus horse carts. Which is going to be more appealing, man? And which is going to be more effective as well. Especially on mountainous terrain, actually. Keeping in mind the Incans were on the mountains. This is just more me assuming. I'm fucking assuming. I'd actually love to read more into that. But I probably assume that one reason why the Incans didn't use handcarts is just because of how much fucking hills and mountains there were. I'm assuming! Like, why is it... It's funny, just I talk about the conquistador helmet, then I start talking about, like, the age of exploration and what I know about natives. Maybe I should major in history. Oh, hey, are you,
Who are you? I, Gavlan will. Gavlan wants what? With Gavlan. Many.
Wheel and... Spin the wheel! Hey, Riven. Just talking about, Incan. And I think, like, again... Oh. I don't have my shield equipped. Like, especially... Oh, whoa, whoa! Comparing Aztecs pyramids to Egyptian pyramids. Like, the Aztecs still managed to pull that off, and they didn't have, like, nearly such a... Like, I kind of say this in video game terms, but... Just the Nile Valley, in general, is such a great point for any fucking civilization to start. I think it's... It's around the Fertile Crescent area, if I remember that correctly from, like, 5th grade. It's still, like, because, you know, these pyramids are seen as like, a huge monumental achievement, and the Aztecs are like, yeah, we did that, we don't got horses, we don't got... Well, they do have plenty of slaves, I can tell that for sure. Well, yeah, anywhere there's fresh water, you can farm. Yeah, because river valleys tend to be the most fertile. I think it's because it carries, like, because, like, when River Valley... this is what I remember vaguely, but when river valleys flood, they'll carry, like, away the old soil and bring in new fertile soil. Oh, come on! Okay, now that I can actually say for certain that is a total fucking bullshit moment. Owned. Owned. Also, this is since we're actually talking close to the Aztecs. Oh, oh, oh! That poison moves fast. What cures poison? Okay, whew, that was fucking close. I'm actually curious because this is something. It's kind of like the Reichstag burning. It's one of those major major events that kind of falls between like the eyes of the public. Actually, that'll be my second question. First, how many people know how the Aztecs actually fell? And second, how many people know what the Reichstag burning is? For context, the Reichstag burning takes place in World War II, like pre-World War II, around Nazi Germany's time. Let's crack more gems. Fucking brapping too. Yeah, some people, like... It's kind of important to remember, especially in the case of the Aztecs, because it wasn't just Cortez overwhelming, like, the Aztecs with his magic guns, because there was no way in hell he could, like, his fucking band of conquistadors could fight the Aztecs alone. So what he did, if I remember, I think it's because, like... Early on in his expedition, he was, like, as a gift, he was given a woman who could help translate Spanish to speak with the Aztecs. And so when he tried visiting the Aztecs, then got, like, driven out by them. So what he did was he went to all the other tribes that the Aztecs were basically, like, kicking the shit out of constantly. Said, hey, let's group up and go kick the shit out of the Aztecs, bros. And basically just organize a revolution against the Aztecs to overthrow it, just so he can have their gold.
I am pavilion.
How do I activate that wheel? Yeah, that's a staple of Souls games. They won't teach you anything if you don't have a big enough intelligence. But yeah, people always like to say it's like... I think that's like definitely the ultimate kind of thing when people think of the noble savage archetype people give the Aztecs. The Aztecs should not get that. Maybe the Incans, I don't know too much about the specifics of Incan history to say, like, maybe they were, like, more noble or do-good compared to the others. Get that wooden plank down. I'll get it back there in a bit, Zarg. But the Aztec, it's like... They died because everybody hated them because they were literal monsters, man. No civilization should really be given the, like, it was, like, more ethical than the others, especially in the fucking, like, the Middle Ages and Renaissance. And I do mean no. Europe already has, like, an entire era of fucked up shit it's done. nobody should be like, oh, this nation didn't deserve to because they were a better nation. Can't find that plank I can kick down. Well, about that, that was because of, Spanish colonial policy. So when the economienda. So basically when the Spanish started colonizing Mesoamerica, they were like, okay, we need to keep, like, instead of, like, doing what the British did, and it was, like, advertise the Americas as a colony that everybody can go to, they decided instead to create, like, a workforce and population locally. So they basically told so basically they started fucking, well, yeah, fucking the natives. Whether it was rape or not, I cannot say, because I do not know the details. Probably yes on that rape part, but fucking, like I said, that's me assuming. I can't find the bell. I'll get back to the bell in a bit. I know this is the attic I got killed in. Yeah, I went all the way back. Fuck. Well, at least I'm getting items here. So, the entire thing is that instead of importing slaves, the entire point of Spain was to grow their own workforce there through fucking cooming. And some people like to, you know, paint broad brush and like, oh, Spain knew it was doing horrible things to the natives. Fucking, and all those people wouldn't ever be able to tell you who Bartolomeu de las Casas is. How many people know about good old de las Casas? It's Bartolomeu de las Casas, I think that's how it's pronounced. I know it's de las Casas' his last name, because that is a very easy last name to remember. And so, look, if anybody talks about Columbus and talks shit about them, ask them if they know who Bartolomeu de las Casas is. And if they say no, you know that they don't know shit, because he was, first of all, a person who completely opposed Columbus's discovery of America, translated his diary, and was also a huge advocate for rights for Native Americans. He was a friar who was a big advocate for the rights of Native Americans. Before, he even said, like, we shouldn't enslave the natives, we should just import more blacks. To give him credit, though, he did, like, go back on that statement and said, I was wrong there, fucking, completely went total anti-slavery. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Too busy talking about Bartolomeu de las Casas. It makes it very important why it's like, it's a point of debate for a lot of historians, because a man who really disliked Columbus's discovery of America, because it paved way for the trade, because, you know, fucking discovering America, that's a whole bunch of more slavery, was translating the diary to, I think it was, also, fuck, that is cool, that is so cool. Well, they'll also run away from my pike. But yeah, imagine if a man who hates everything about colonial Spain is the one responsible for translating the journal of the man who basically helped found colonial Spain in Mesoamerica. It's going to be very safe to say that there's going to be a lot of biases written in that journal. There's going to be a lot of biases in the translation. Because we all know the good old term lost in translation and how one word in Spanish could mean like 5 different things in English, potentially. Yep, ringing the bell. Sailing in. Nice. Most importantly, people should just give up that air of moral superiority, like, oh, I would have been morally superior if I were born in that era. Everybody who says that never seems to forget, like, yeah, man, fucking, oh, I just ignored the shortcut. It's really obvious to say that, but to be honest, fucking, it's really hard to just, like, imagine being in an era where, at least for, like, fucking us Zoomers, where you just can't Google anything you want. Where you'd have to actually, like, look up, like, go into a library and thoroughly research a topic. That's where I can at least give the benefit of the doubt. Could you just, like, imagine trying to verify information, and in order to verify it, you have to, like, go to the library, peruse through a bunch of books, instead of just a 5-second Google search? Like, now any old Joe can get access very quickly to college level research, to university level research. And because of that, everybody can pretend to be a historian. For better or for worse. It's for worse in this point because people go to Vox.com and The Guardian for their historical articles. I'm gonna need to run back to that bonfire anyways, because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bombing-ass captain down there. The captain, yep! Yep, I see it. Thanks for pointing that out, Zard. Ugh. I'm too busy. Like, thank you for keeping me on track while I talk about, colonial America. The best way to approach just, like, any ancient figure who's debatable, you know, like, say Columbus, for example, is don't approach them as, like, as a villain. Approach them as if they were human in that scenario with, like, you need to know the full context of what they were like. First things first, we're gonna get some. I guess it's because of, like, Columbus has just got, like I mentioned him before, he's just that big villain when it's that big villain. But there's so much more complexity to his issue, and a whole lot of, like, debate about the facts. And again, with the translations of his book, of his journal, that makes, like, everything we know about him even more debatable. Because again, the Black Legend, not something not many people know about. Like, one big thing that people always bring up that's on every, like, oh, 8 horrible things Columbus did. One thing that people constantly bring up is, like, oh, he cut off natives' hands for a tribute system. What people didn't realize is that there is, like, no actual art, like verifiable historical, like, reference to like, back up those claims. Did he have a tribute system? Maybe. Did he cut off, like, likely? Sorry, not maybe, likely is a better word for it. Did he cut people's hands off if they failed to make tribute? No evidence of that at all. It's like, those fucking 14th century, like, Englishmen must be so happy how their anti-Columbus campaign is continuing on to this day and age. Oh, fuck, that was the wrong thing. You can never really look at figures at, like, black and white. Well, sorry, I should correct asterisk that. You can look at very, very few historical figures in black or white lenses. And even then, it's still good to look at everyone with, like, a gray kind of lens and just understand the context of how they got there. Oh. These guys fucking... Oh my god. Oh! I realized I unequipped my shield. I mean, everything that's happened with the America statue toppling is pretty much, like, solidifying what I'm saying and how people need to stop looking at it. Like, locally even, a fucking statue of Ulysses S. Grant was torn down. And it's like, that guy has killed more racists than you assholes could ever fucking, or slave owners than you guys could ever imagine to. Not even just racists, both, pretty much. Because, like, people's like, oh, he owned a slave once. Once. Which he released. And people also, like, I think it's, like, another thing is that people keep getting under the impression that it's, like, way too easy to just, like, release a slave and be, like, just like that. It's like, no, it's not like fucking clicking the release button in Pokemon, you idiots. Lincoln even talked about this very problem, that even if he emancipated all the slaves, they are still, like, they're still uneducated and, like, and would easily get, like, fucking wrapped back up into slavery. Because if you release them, there's still a whole bunch of racist assholes who will try and block them from integrating into society. That's why Lincoln wanted to start with, like, limiting the expansion of slavery and then ending it over a long time instead of just an instant ban. Because, like, if you just released all the slaves then and like, every slave just then and there, fucking, well, you saw what happened. Jim Crow laws and the entire Reconstruction era happened. Let's go fight the captain. Oh, it's just another one of these dudes. This is kind of coming back to my last statement. Why it's very important people know about the Reichstag burning. This is actually just common knowledge. I just want to get this for a frame of reference. How many people think that rioting and burning shit and, like, attacking the White House would stop a fascist rule from coming? I don't want to hear, like, you know, any kind of thing, but I want to know what a genuine opinion is. If, like, you think, say, let's just say theoretically Trump was actually looking to turn America into a fascist state, whether attacking the White House in a violent uprising would be a good way to go. Miss the chest? But I just want to examine this thing. I didn't think it'd, like, we'd go sailing. This is why it's important to know the Reichstag burning. Because a real smart fascist ruler would let them burn the White House. That's exactly what... Well, Mark, to be honest, you can't shoot all of us, counts, because they are still killing, most likely, taxpayers. And shooting a bunch of civilians is not going to give a good impression to a totalitarian government. But the Reichstag burning was the event that effectively got Hitler, that actually made Hitler a dictator. He was already, the Nazi Party already controlled, like, over 30% of German parliament. So all that was left was basically passing a resolution that would allow him to, become a dictator. That came in the form of the Reichstag burning. Now, whether we know it was actually, like, whether Hitler did it to set it up or not, what happened was that a bunch of communist terrorists who were trying to get Hitler out of office, like, who were upset with Hitler's control, burned down, like, well, the Reichstag building, which, if I remember correctly, is, like, the center of German government. The Nazi Party used this as an excuse to say, this country is out of control and overrun by communists. We need to establish martial law and get everything back in order, using that excuse to establish the fucking Nazi Party. No, no, no. If Trump really was a fucking fascist, like I said, he would let them burn the White House. Because watching an angry mob burn the White House is, like, probably something that would, like, symbolize how out of control America is and how it needs somebody fucking strong and in control to bring everything back together. Yeah, back at Bastille. Where do I need to go to next? Yeah, right now, honestly, I'm thinking we're heading more towards a French Revolution rather than Nazi Germany. But a French Revolution does inevitably lead to a dictatorship. Because French Revolution, like the French Revolution, was basically just mob rule. And that's the precedent being set here. If people are angry and loud enough and in a massive group, they can get away with whatever they want. That's a fucking incredibly dangerous precedent that is genuinely worrying me nowadays. What boosts my equip load again? That's vitality, okay. Yeah, I know. But I still need the physical equip load to hold it. There we go. Now we got a great shield. Now we need just Now we just need endurance as well. So you said the spooky woods. But yeah, like, the mob, like, genuinely, the fact that, like, mobs are able to get away with what they have recently and just get practically ignored by the fucking, like, our local government is fucking, like, really concerning, man. The fact that it's just baffling that they're letting them get away with it, you know? Go down the waterway? Down here. Okay. Your stuff's coming in delayed. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch the Death Stone.
No need for miracle. The gods.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you need the...
That's right. No need for miracle. The gods.
Do I need a bell to move it or something? Oh. You have to pay her. I didn't see the move path option. I'm a bit dumb.
Go ahead. May the power offer your souls.
Rogue water. Yeah, oof. Yeah, the Seattle is the, like, fucking Seattle's the ultimate, like, I really hope, like, Seattle has hit that breaking point where that'll kill all the momentum the fucking movement has. Because right now the movement is doing way more harm than good. I mentioned before, it frustrates me more than anything. Because America Police is genuinely, like, in a fucked corporate status. But what everybody is doing, the protesters, like, at least most of the protesters as of late,
I don't know who you are.
or the rioters, I think.
Leave me. I'm interested. Leave me. I'm in.
I guess it's more the rioters and the fucking people who are just mobbing and tearing down statues are just ruining everything. Look, the protesters, to give total credit where credit's due, at the very worst, protesters are just unfocused. The rioters, on the other hand, are, you know, yeah, they're fucking assholes. The protesters need, like, some kind of voice to guide them and utilize their anger in effective ways. Burn that bone dust. I got bone dust? I get bone dust. Pretty sure I already burned that bone dust. Already burned that bone dust. Yeah, locally here, they tore down a statue of, like, Ulysses S. Grant. And the mayor, of course, was like, oh, it was just like a block party. We didn't need to intervene. It's pretending things are a block party is like the fucking coping mechanism of any mayors who just want to secure their next election. That's what happened with the Chaz. It's just like a block party, bro. They're shooting black children there like a block party. Yeah, the funniest thing is that they mentioned they were closing the Chaz down, but that was Sunday. When construction crews tried to, like, tear apart the barriers, the fucking Chaz citizens just sat in front of the construction vehicles, so basically they were, like, using the good old human flesh wall strategy of I think it's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy strat of stopping a bulldozer from tearing down your place. Yeah, now they're, like, actually, like, there's several cases, like, children have been shot in there and killed in there. Executed. There's footage of a man executing a fucking child there, man. I really hope that just kills all momentum in the movement, because it's, like, getting way out of hand. There's no control, and there's no more good that can really come out of it at this point. Yeah, you have black kids in there getting executed by their local fucking guard. And they're trying to cover it up. If that isn't the pinnacle of irony, I don't know what is. We want a no-cop zone because the police are corrupt. By the way, let's kill people and cover it up. Yeah, like I said, I'm mad because I'm disappointed in this movement. Could 100% get behind, you know, cutting police funding and putting more into training, being smarter with budgeting, like de-corporatizing prisons, but it's got no focus, man. That's just my 2 cents. Not enough focus to do enough good, and where do I go? Oh. Was it really Soros-funded? I wouldn't be surprised if it... I wouldn't be surprised if most of those charities are just big laundering efforts. Because, oh yeah! Fucking, the Minneapolis Freedom Fund got like $25 million in donations, and they've only spent $200,000 worth of it. The free, like, I can't even, like, in good, like, there's only one charity which I recommend you all check out because it is a very informative charity called, I think it's Campaign Zero. It's like naturally, like, well-organized charity. It was the only charity that it could actually, like, reasonably toss some money to, because all the other charities were just like fund BLM, free rioters, like free the protesters, which is a 50-50 chance of being a rioter. Well, that's cheap. All of them were just freeing protesters, and none like really had any concrete guides of change. And then you get stuff like then you got the whole Act Blue controversy with BLM. It's honestly kind of also a perfect storm, man. Like, everybody being cooped up. Like everybody is, like, all cooped up, angry because of quarantine, then this fucking event happens. I'm not sure, really, where this whole putting others down to make myself feel morally superior mindset came from. I really don't know where that came from. I used to be a bit like it, but I fucking outgrew it. Well, to be honest, it was more that I was putting people down to make myself feel better on stream. If y'all know any of my fucking old streams, you know I was a big piece of shit when I was a teenager. But later I realized that's not making me happy, and that's just like, I am basing my happiness on the failure of others, and that's not fucking fun at all. What stopped people from just, like, outgrowing that and realizing that, man? That just, like... It's so painfully obvious that if you dogpile people who are, like, slightly morally inferior to you to make yourself feel better because you're not as good, like, you're not as good as you want to be. It's more of a question of, like, why didn't they outgrow it? Why keep sticking to that stupid, like, I guess, you know what if it's probably Twitter. Twitter gives you that sick dopamine rush and rewards you for morally putting people down. So you're gonna associate putting people, like, chastising people for their morality with a fucking dopamine rush of retweets and likes. That's actually gonna be my working theory. Like, social media just makes associating fucking, pretending to be morally superior even when you're not, with the dopamine rush. People don't care if you were a guy who fucked his stepsister. You're gonna get those retweets because you said, oh, I want to kill the capitalists, boy. People say infantilization is a bit too easy and a bit too broad of a stroke to even, like, paint it, bro. Oh, you got that poise. It's too easy. There's, like, it's, like I said, it's never really going to be as simple as as you think it to be. I try to approach some of these, like, all these issues with some form of understanding to figure out, like, to maybe find out some kind of solution. Sometimes, like, when you get to the point of, like, flat-out mob, like, trying to establish mob rule in America, the solution is just to, like, fucking shut it all down. But for, like, more complex issues, you gotta observe it, like, just weirdly. Well, like, saying Marxist teachers and media brainwashing in and of itself is a broad assumption. There's plenty of non-Marxist teachers. There's plenty of colleges which are more conservative. oh my god. Fucking hell. Yeah, that too. Marxist has as much credibility as liberal or socialist. I'm thinking more like I still say Twitter because like I kind of mentioned itself. I outgrew it because I realized putting others down to make myself seem greater, because I was basically just lying to myself. It didn't make me happy. It gave me the illusion I was feeling happy. If you combine that with the dopamine rush fucking social media sites are designed to give you, you're associating happy feelings, like genuine happy feelings, with putting people down. It's like, oh, I can't be wrong because look at the retweets and likes I got. That's just my theory, really. Based off of my experiences. It's easy to pretend. It's easy to act like you're better than somebody than it is to pretend than it is to actually be better than somebody. You know. Another one? Get fucked. Okay, you know, I really kind of hate the NPC invader mechanic with having the human with it. But hey. Priest a skirt. I'm not sure about you, Mark, but for me, growing up, I never grew up with social media. I only got into Twitter kind of late, and I never, and even to today, I don't know how Twitter works. I don't know how to make posts blow up. I don't know how to make things popular. I don't know how people can tweet for, like, 24 hours a day. I don't know how it works, and frankly, I do not care how it works. Oh, he's the skeleton, bro.
Do I? I thought you had bum. You said me a cheeky prick. I am Creighton. I've heard this thing for a day. I joined forces with a man on it. He took the first chance he had. I decided to set a trap for him here. I can't believe that I was sold. You be careful. There's this role. I've seen it. I'm sure he's a...
The old internet, yeah. I just assume that it is, because that's what I can guess just from thinking about what social media was like. Because we know it's absolutely confirmed that social media is literally designed to fucking be addicting. They had actual, actual psychologists working for, like, Instagram to design it to be as addicting as possible. That isn't even a lie. That was, like, a huge controversy for a while. Hold on. You gone, Chris Pot. Skeletal regeneration. Well, that's just because like Twitter is now the norm. Nintendo's just going along with the norm now. Yeah, and also fucking a little bit of personal stuff here, but yeah, I do want to be like a fucking father and everything. And like trying to think about how to deal with parenting with how dangerous social media is, and Discord even as well, is like a fucking nightmare to try and navigate around. That's why usually when I see like parents like letting their kids play on iPads, it's kind of hard to blame them, because iPads, everybody has an iPad now, and if you tell your kid no to have an iPad, they'll sneak out and use it anyways, and then they'll get into even more shit they shouldn't be to. If you let them have the iPad, it's going to be very hard to parent them on it. it's like so tough to think about. And plus, again, it's really hard to say just don't give them an iPad or a PC to use until they're older. Because like, this modern fucking society needs, even, like, preschools need iPads nowadays. And that's a system we're stuck with. Unless you homeschool. But homeschooling is, I would not say the best. No, this is not saying no offense to homeschooling. No offense to people who got homeschooled. And sometimes saying, like, the social element of elementary school is pretty important. These skeletons are evasive. The only compromise, it'll make your kid angry, but it's for their own good, and they'll understand. This is what my dad did. Utilizing built-in parental controls to the max. If they want to download or play anything, you need a parent to sign off their password. That's how my dad did it. And give him credit, I dodged so many bullets as a kid on the internet with thanks to parental controls. Because of parental controls, my only, like, accident, the closest I got to social media was the Spore forums. Oh god, there's so many skeletons. Oh god, I lost so many souls. Need some nuts. Salted peanuts are good shit, by the way. For me, it was Webkins and the Spore forums. I was never allowed to have a public Facebook, and to be honest, even if I didn't want to make a Facebook, I would probably never associate my real name with it. I did secretly create a Facebook and got in trouble for it, but I named myself Bob Minecraft. I would definitely love to become a psych major and just, like, do experiments like that. Or observations, not exactly experiments. One thing you should never forget when people post studies, never forget the difference between an observation and an experiment. Let's just face it, the moment the Cambridge Facebook shit started, that was just, like, cemented everything people feared about, like, what Snowden said and everybody feared. In fact, Snowden is still fucking right. You can't fucking prove me wrong. You can't convince me otherwise. I am fucking immovable. That's Snowden. Edward Snowden. You know, with the when the fucking huge NSA leaks came out. Skeleton lords! Oh no, I went to the wrong neighborhood. We need a better battle plan. Use these pillars for cover against the skeletal caster. Oh, will they just keep respawning? Oh no, they multiply! Bones have reached maximum rattlage. There's so many! Oh my god! They're everywhere! We need some firebombs. Oh, and the wheels. Oh my god, they're everywhere! Oh no! This is actually a pretty great boss. We're just a skeleton that exploded into more skeletons. Not because I'm in love for skeletons. It's actually fucking cool. That's hilariously cool. Even if there's, like, no context to it, that's, like, pretty fucking sweet. I'm fighting a massive army of skeletons. Oh, I'm in the bone zone now. We almost got him. Paul Blart fighting Black Lives Matter protesters. I'm sorry, what did we get from the Skeleton Lord's soul? For the Roaring Halberd... I'm thinking of getting that skeleton halberd, infusing it with heavy. Hey, no worries, Mark. This is all just in fun for in chat. It's always fun just to just stream and chill and chat with people, you know? I should be thanking y'all for sticking around and chatting too. You're not the only one who's been dead bored, by the way. Fucking quarantine's driving me insane. Harvest Valley. Oh, look at that titty.
Are you a trap? I'm Chloe. I travel about. I never planned to be.
Looks like a Barbie doll, though.
I must have, but now that I'm here, many of these stones are perfect. I came here and said the place is nothing like I was. Don't just go. These stones may look. Some of them are used to smith weapons. Some of them are extreme. None of the different. Tranglay. How is it that I ended up? It's funny. I've searched every. Perhaps only. I've searched. I suppose it's a.
Go back after. So you mean back to trying to find a bonfire right now. Yeah, see, this is the Brat zone. Jump into the poison pool? Oh, why would I do that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh! I cannot use cannot use bonfire. I'm getting rattled.
Speak. No interest. There. See, less.
I'm going to smith those titties. Okay. That feels weird even for me to fucking say. I don't know. Oh no, not Macduff. Okay, let's wrap up this stream in a bit. We've already gotten some good progress today, so you know, not just want to trade this in for the skeletons, for the skeleton halberd, because that would be a very sick metal weapon to use. We'll convert it to heavy. Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, I need 12 faith and 12. Aw, man, we can't wield it. Alright, yeah, that's definitely gonna be all for today. Ugh. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We calling it a night. Y'all chillax, and I'll talk to y'all later. Tomorrow we will break some more records, though, if I'm feeling good. Actually, I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow, because I'm going to be gone for, I'm going to be doing a high-risk delivery job. My parents want to, like, we're getting a new puppy, but I have to fly out of state to go pick it up. So I'm getting paid to go risk my life and pick it up. But hey, I'm getting paid, so... Fingers, just pray I don't get corona. I'll talk to y'all later.